everyone, good evening. Welcome to my live webinar Zoom meeting questionnaire thing. I'm here with Carol, who from the E project that will be asking me some questions, and you can submit your questions in the chat too. Yes, I'll try and answer every question as best as I can from the top of my head. Okay.
Yep. Okay, hi everybody, I'm Carol. I'll be asking all the questions that Anna will be providing some brilliant answers to. So to start us off, Anna, why did you decide to stand to become a member of the Scottish Youth Parliament?
I stood to become a member of the Scottish Youth Parliament because I wanted to make a difference. My negative school experience and the experience of being an adopted young person really pushed this, as I wanted to see positive change happen in Scotland that I think that a lot of young people need and want. I want to be an MSYP because I believe we can all change the world if we work together. I want to bring positive change to Scotland for young people, and I want to make sure everyone has their voice heard and represented. We as young people are the adults of the future, and it should be up to us to help shape that future and make changes for generations to come.
Perfect. So thinking about in total general, what matters to you the most?
Well, other than my family and friends, adoption, FESD, fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, care experience, the voices of young people, all those kind of things are really, really close to my heart as it affects my family and people I know. And I think that they're not very, well, they're quite well known, but some of them are quite well known, but not necessarily understood in the right way. And I think that they need to be understood a lot more.
100%. So thinking about being a member of the Scottish Youth Parliament, what skills or experience do you have as a leader, an activist and a change maker?
Well, I asked some of my friends and family to write some words to describe me. I have some from my mum, which is confident and empathetic, optimistic. My brother said that I'm full of kindness this morning. My friend said that I'm caring and I've gone blank now. And a happy person, and my boyfriend said that I listen to everyone's views and take them into account a lot of the time, even when it's nothing to do with everyone else. So like if it's not to do with something specific or I'm not even involved in it, I still can empathize with people. Some experiences I've had is I co-chaired an event with the Promise in the E project in the Scottish that was held in the Scottish Parliament and with the Child First Minister present, and that was a big experience, very nerve-wracking, but a good experience. And yes, I'll take that on. I was a patrol leader in Scouts and a patrol leader in Guides. I'm currently a young leader at Guides. I got to the highest award in my Scouts, and I got the Gold Award, which is the highest award in Guides, which took a lot of leadership skills. I represented the voice of adopted and care experienced young people at several different events that were held with Adoption UK, and they included speaking to the First Minister, Public Health Minister, the Children's First Minister, and a few other people. And yeah.
So yeah, I've got to agree with you 100%, Anna. So obviously I know you from AUK and E Project, and I think you're a fantastic role model to young people. You've got so much skills and experience and lots of skills that you're not really aware of yet that are quite hidden, but we've got every faith that you would go on to be a great member if you were elected. So could you tell us a little bit more about the main part? So your campaigns, what can you tell us about your main campaigns?
Okay, so the first one of my first campaign idea is to add a identifier to the Young Scot National Entitlement Card. So that would be like a little logo or something, which you could choose whether you wanted that on your card or not, and make an app to go with it. So like if you have additional support needs or anything like that, you can write it in the app and you're in charge of your information. So then you can then show that to professionals such as like police, doctors, teachers, because in case like there's a triggering situation or something's happened and you need to convey that and you can't necessarily speak about it in that moment. So that's my first one. The second one is for family status to be a protected characteristic. There's currently 9 protected characteristics, but in the Equality Act. However, none of these cover the family status. I think the term family status should include those who adopted care experience, living in foster care, kinship care, which is living with a friend or family who's not their biological parent, parents who are in a homosexual or heterosexual relationships, and families with one parent, and blended families that have come together. And the third one is anyone aged 12 to 25 that's not in mainstream education to have free entry on sitting national 5 higher and advanced higher exams, because from my experience that they can be very expensive, and there's not very many places you can actually sit nationals and hires outside of mainstream education. And obviously mainstream education isn't for everyone, and for whatever reason, additional needs, family, like what your family status is, what's happening in your home life, or just additional needs, anything to do with that, your health, for whatever reason. I think because having a right to it's a right to have it's our right to have can't remember the word now. It's our right to have access to education,
Yeah.
and it's not without having free entry on sitting the exams outside of school. It's not giving us that right to its full potential.
100%. I think your campaigns have got a really strong focus about removing barriers and open up opportunities to all, which is every child or young person's right, which you have mentioned already, which is just fantastic. Thinking about young people and removing barriers and being able for them to have their voices heard, how will you consult with the young people in your area to ensure that they're represented and that they get their voice across on matters that matter to them?
If I'm elected, I will consult the young people in my area through social media, running online surveys, and hosting like virtual meetings like this one, and in-person meetings hopefully, that anyone can attend. I do hope to get in touch with schools, local clubs, and youth groups to make connections with other young people and encourage their involvement and feedback. Which through campaigning for everyone to vote for me, I've got in contact with schools, I've gone and visited some youth groups, and clubs and stuff, which has been really nice and a amazing experience in itself. I also have the benefit of already knowing people who go to some of the local schools in my area. And my aim is to provide a strong link so every young person gets their voice heard and represented, and like easy accessible to everyone to be able to like contact me if they needed.
Very well thought out. And I know how creative you are as well. So I know that you'll provide lots of different avenues for people to speak to you and to interact with you, like what you have done this evening. So thinking about voting, this is a chance to sell yourself. So why should people vote for you?
I think that people should vote for me because I believe that young people should have their views represented. As I said before, we're the adults of the future, and I believe it's really important we help to influence the future and are involved in decision making that affects our lives, and generations to follow, because we want to keep these things going and going. I've experienced in speaking in front of people and presenting the views of all of our young people, as in my work as a young ambassador for Adoption UK. That included the co-chairing of an event held in the Scottish Parliament, campaigning for funding for services that support and benefit young people, which I mentioned before. That was with the e-project. And if I'm elected to be an MSYP, yeah, I really hope to make a really strong link so young people can see the change that they really want and that we really need.
Well said. I think that you would make an excellent candidate and would do really, really well in that role. But again, I'm biased, but I'm sure everybody here will agree that your answers have been very, very strong this evening. But that's enough for me on the question front. What we're going to do is we are going to open it up to the people watching or any pre-submitted questions that might come through. So if you have got anything to ask, if you just pop it in the chat, and we'll just keep a wee eye on it for the next couple of minutes.
Okay. While everyone sends their questions, I'm going to put a video on showing you how to vote. So, because it's a bit complicated. Oh no, it's gone.
Here's how to vote in the Scottish Youth Parliament elections using the Young Scot online voting platform. Go to voting.young.scot. Put in your Young Scot number, the number above your date of birth on your Young Scot National Entitlement Card. We're using a temporary number in this video. If you need one of these, you can get one from one of the workers or teachers in your area. Click Vote, then select your constituency. You might just have one, but some areas have up to 8 constituencies. The platform will say there's a Scottish Youth Parliament election in your area, so click on that. Read through the voting instructions and the instructions about how to rank candidates and click Continue. Before you get here, it's good to have an idea of who you want to vote for. Because the candidates are presented in a random order, you may need to skip through to find the candidate you want to rank first. Once you have selected them, click 1. Then continue to give a ranking to all the candidates you would like to choose in order. If you don't want to vote for anyone, you can spoil your ballot by clicking the tick box. This will mean you won't vote for anyone in the election. If you click the box by mistake, just refresh the page and you'll get back to where you were. Review your preferences and click Vote, then Confirm, and that's the vote done.
Okay, yeah, so that's how you vote. It's different. It's slightly different on a laptop. That's on a phone. It'll show you all the candidates in one. And you for Ettrick, Roxburgh, and Berwickshire constituency, which is what we're in. There is 2 places and there's 3 candidates. There's 2 Annas, which can get a bit confusing. So have to make sure you put the one you want in the right order.
Thanks. I muted myself and couldn't unmute. Thanks very much for that. So we've had a couple of questions come in from the people watching. And the first one, Anna, is what have you enjoyed most about campaigning so far?
Oh, probably connecting with other young people and going into the youth groups and like seeing what actually goes wrong in what actually goes on in our local area and how many opportunities there actually is for young people in Scotland. Yeah, definitely meeting young people.
And then obviously we thought about the things there that you enjoyed the most. Thinking about campaigning, what have you found the most challenging around the campaign process?
Probably making sure I kept them like on top of like sending social media posts out and stuff because you have to do that quite regularly, and like making sure you like email people and all that kind of stuff, like just keeping on top of everything. But yeah.
Yeah, you're showing that you've got good time management still so far though. So I've got another one. Someone would like to know when the voting closes and when you will find the results out.
Okay, so the voting closes on the 19th of November, and I will find out on the 20th. And as soon as I find out, I will put it out on social media. So if you don't follow me, then please follow me. Most of my social media accounts are at Anna Brown for MSYP, and I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
Make sure you give Anna a follow. And this isn't a question, but it's a nice compliment that's coming from Lindsay, who's watching. And Lindsay just wants to say, I think you've answered your questions really well, and I think that you're an amazing, inspiring young lady. Thank you for wanting to change so many things for the better for care experienced young people and raising awareness of FASD. Well done.
Thank
and I
you.
echo what you said. That's a fab comment to receive, isn't it? So
Yes.
give you sort of confidence boost there. We've not got any other messages at the moment. Oh wait, no, we do. Do you have any advice for any other young people who might want to campaign in the future?
Yes, definitely stick to it. It can be very challenging, and at points feel like you want to give up because it does take a lot of effort, but no, keep at it. It's worth it, and the experience is amazing, and you will get there in the end, whether you get in or not. And whether I get in or not for this year, campaigning has been a whole positive experience, and I wouldn't change trying. So yeah, just stick at it.
Good piece of advice there. And Tracy that's watching also wants to say thank you for representing care experienced young people so well.
Thank you. Always love.
So we don't have any other questions at the moment, and I think the ones that you answered earlier covered such a wide array of what other questions might have come in. We've got another wee one that's come in and says, if you had to choose one of your asks, which one would it be and why? So if it was out of three, out of the three main campaigns that you've mentioned to us, your three main ones, if you were to choose one of them, which one would it be and why?
Oh my goodness, this is a very good question. Ooh. I would probably say the first one that is in all my stuff. So like the add a discrete identifier to the Young Scot National Entitlement Card and create an app, because I feel like I've spoken to quite a few young people, and for myself included, it would be an amazing thing and really beneficial to young people in Scotland. So yeah, that's the first one, because I think that it would benefit the majority of people.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. That's my favourite one of your three so far. I think because I know as a not so young care experienced person, when I was younger, having to retell people the same information over and over again is re-traumatizing. And I think something like that would be really, really beneficial for people, especially, if they're in a certain situation, or and it's just a bit more discreet. So I think that's a really, really good one. And a very big ask as well. So good luck with that. We have another questions are flying, and Anna, I'm trying to keep a hold of them here. So here we go. Not really, it's a question regarding Lindsay's daughter is about to do a talk for the E-project soon, and she's a little bit nervous. Do you have any advice for her about public speaking, as you always sound so calm?
I sound calm? Well, that's great. I'm not very calm. I'm nervous as anything. I'm not really sure. Just be confident and forget that there's anyone there, and just pretend you're talking to your friends or your family or something, and yeah, just be confident in yourself, and remember that you can do anything if you put your mind to it.
A good piece of advice there. Another question: if you are successful, what are you most looking forward to doing in your role as MSYP?
Definitely going to different meetings and representing all the young people and campaigning for things that people want. So yeah, definitely representing everyone. That's what I'm most excited for, and connecting with other young people in Scotland.
Okay. Another compliment, just saying you're doing so well, Anna, so eloquent and confident.
Oh, thanks.
And Tracy said it's just worth noting at the moment that the Young Scot app is not working well just now, and I like the idea of the app that you have in mind. So it's quite nice as well. And Lindsay's just replying back saying, after you saying about the advice for her daughter, thanks, Anna, great advice, believe in yourself. Fiona has said that you're doing a great job and you'd make a great member of the Youth Parliament. We are all behind you and wishing you luck. Thank you for representing so well.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the lovely comments. Really appreciate them.
Yeah. And then we've got another one saying, are you happy to do this? I think that's someone just saying, are you happy, to go into this role? I think that's what that one means.
Yes.
And another one says, would you like to be an MSP? I think we maybe covered that in the first one, but it might be that they've joined a little bit later.
Yeah,
So,
I can go over that
yeah.
if you want. I'll just say what I said before. Why do I want to be an MSYP?
Yeah.
Is that the question? Sorry.
Yeah, I think that will answer them.
Okay. I want to be an MSYP because I believe we can all change the world if we work together. I want to bring positive change to Scotland for young people. I want to make sure everyone's voices are heard and represented. We as young people are the future, and I believe it's up to us to influence and shape that future and make the changes for us and also future generations to come. I want to make a difference. I always have. This has been pushed a lot from my recent negative school experience and my experience of being an adopted young person. I saw this opportunity and I thought it'd be a really great way to make positive change that I believe that we need and also other young people believe that we need. And yeah, make adoption, FASD, care experience and all those things that like understood and represented more, because those are topics close to my heart, and I think they need to be represented more and stuff. So, and also any other topics that are important to young people in Scotland. So I want to be an MSYP so I can help achieve things.
So following on from that, so obviously you're campaigning to be in the Scottish Youth Parliament, but in the future as an adult, would you be interested in running for MSP at all?
I'm not sure. I've thought about it before. I said to someone the other day no, but as my mum pointed out, I love to do this kind of thing, and I've always done it, and I at one point did want to be. I just have to see where life goes. So maybe, who knows?
Who knows what the future will hold. And then obviously Ali's saying that she is totally biased, but I've never stopped being amazed by all you do. Me, Dad, Elizabeth and Elliot are behind you, Mum.
Thanks,
That's
Mum.
lovely. And Elizabeth says, Inca says, well done, Anna, and she loves you.
Oh, thanks, Inca.
I'm just checking to see if there are any other questions that we've maybe missed. I think we've kept up to date with them. They all kind of flew in at the same time there, and I got all confused, but you've done very, very well at answering them and putting up with me. Elizabeth says that she says you're welcome. But yeah, I think we'll give it another wee while and see if any other questions come in. And if not, it might be that we just do a wee round up and say thank you, and then an extra wee bit of time for you to do a wee shameless plug for your campaign at the end. We don't seem to be getting any, no one's typing. Oh, wait a minute. Kathleen and Idris say, well done, Anna, you have worked hard.
Thank you.
And I echo that. You have worked very hard, all the socials, all your animations and stuff that you're doing. You've done all the posters for today. You've arranged all the meetings. I've not had to do anything. I just turn up. It's very, very commendable you putting this whole event and put together and the whole campaign. So well done from me and everybody at the E-Project. And then I'll maybe let you maybe have closing words for this evening. Another wee bit about the dates of voting and how to vote and things like that as well. Oh wait, we've got a last question coming in. What what would you ask people to do as a result of attending tonight? So that leads really nicely into what you're about to say.
Well, I hope for every young person that's between the ages of 12 and 25 to vote for me. The Scottish Youth Parliament is non-political, apolitical, so it's not linked to any party or any of that stuff. So keep that in mind, as that's been brought up to my attention a few times. And yes, I would really appreciate if people can vote for me. You can follow my social medias at Anna Brown for MSYP, which is on pretty much every social media platform, or the main ones anyways. TikTok, Instagram, yeah, Facebook and Twitter. To vote, the voting's open now. It was open from the 6th. It closes on the 19th, so Sunday the 19th, at 6 p.m. Better to do your votes early in case something happens to the voting page, as we never know, because so many people are voting. Yes, and I would really appreciate it if you would vote for me. You have to, for anyone who didn't see the video, you have to rank your order. So you can, there's 3 candidates in Ettrick, Roxburgh and Berwickshire area, me and 2 other girls. One of them is also called Anna, so it gets confusing. So if you're going to vote for me, double check which one you've got at the top. So 2 of us getting out of the 3 of us. And yes, the voting closes on the 19th, as I said, and the 20th I found out, and as soon as I found out, I'll post it on social media to everyone.
Fantastic. I think you've covered all the bits there. We've just got another comment here. Thank you for the opportunity to hear more about your campaign and the voting process. Look forward to following your progress. You should be very proud of everything you have achieved, Anna. Good luck. And that's from Fiona.
Thank you.
And Finley Gray says, I hope you get I hope you get the most votes. And Tracy has said the exam registration should be part of the right to education. So she thanks you for that being a part of your campaign. And Anna, thanks for being a great sister from Elizabeth.
Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks, Elizabeth.
And Fiona Dunbar says, thanks, Anna. Good luck. I'm sure you're the best candidate for the role. And I think everybody here will agree the same. The way you come across, although you say you're very, very nervous, you are so confident and you have a belief in your abilities. And I believe that you will go on to be a big change maker in the future, whether that's as soon as this year or later. So yeah, lots of good luck from me.
Thank you. Okay, should I end it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Thank you everyone for coming along tonight and taking the time to listen to me, and Carol. And thank you for everyone's questions. I wasn't actually expecting very many questions, but there was loads more than I expected, and I'm very grateful for that. And there's a lot more people than I was expecting to. Thank you, Carol, for doing this with me. And yes, thank you, everyone. I hope you guys have a good evening. Happy voting.
Well, yeah, good luck, Anna. You're already a winner, and go, Anna. And again, thanks to you and Carol. Have a great evening. So that's us. So you might want to stop the recording.